We'll get to it. Screw it. We'll get to it right now. Before we do, the number to call us in, I want lots of phone calls for hour number 2 tonight. We're talking UFC, WWE, TNA, whatever you want to talk about. Give us a call, 724-444-7444. Call ID number 30273, followed by the pound key. Call us up, and then the live chat room is ProWrestlingScoops.com/chat. So far we're good, man. So far we're good, man. We're getting through it. Monday Night Raw from last night. Matty Boone, what'd you think, man?
Wow. I haven't seen a full episode of Raw since I think the Seth Green when he was the guest host.
Right.
So
right.
That's how long it's been since it.
No, you didn't see last week's show with Shaq?
No, come on. No, I haven't watched Raw. I've done the play-by-play, but I don't watch the show because it goes by slower when you watch it. If you don't like it, than just listening to music and doing the play-by-play.
Yeah.
So, but no, last night I watched the whole show, and I'm seeing everybody talking about like it's the worst show in history. And I talked to you earlier. I don't think it's the worst show in history. I've seen a lot worse Raws, back in the mid-'90s and stuff like that, and even in like 2005, somewhere around there. I forget, it got real bad, but it was definitely a terrible show. But, it was not the worst Raw in history. But Dr. Ken, I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about him tonight. Because do you remember what I told you right before the show about him, about what to expect?
You said he was crazy. And
I said he's a crazy little, and then I said, you know what I was about to say there. I censored myself. Crazy little blank. Nobody knows what I'm saying now. Crazy little blank. Anyways, I'm not a racist. And no, I said he's either going to be really funny or he's going to be terrible because he's crazy. Like, that's his style in all the movies. He's like just a weirdo, crazy guy. So it turned out to be bad, I guess.
It turned out to be really bad. There were times where I thought they were going to cut his mic. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Piven was out there trying to get through it. With this guy, just that stupid laugh. Does he always do that? Is that his gimmick?
Who?
Dr. Ken or whatever his name was.
No.
Is that his name?
He doesn't have a gimmick. He's an actor. That means his gimmick changes every time he gets a new job. But no, he doesn't have any laugh that he's known for. Nothing. That dude is just, I think, trying to be what he thinks a pro wrestler is, which you've seen a lot of times with celebrities. They come in and think they got to be all over the top and crazy, and it's not that kind of deal.
I thought it was from a movie or a TV show that he was going, that it was like a character of his. You know what I mean? Unless that's what he does in this new movie that they were promoting. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But he hasn't done that before, no. Yeah, I don't know. So we opened up Raw with Jeremy Piven, Dr. Ken, The Miz, and John Cena were all in the opener. We had Piven and Dr. Ken came out and opened up the show.
Piven came out in a convertible, and then he let Dr. Ken out the trunk like a hangover. Only he wasn't naked. And then they came to the ring. Piven said he always wanted to do something. They did the fireworks thing, and then Miz came out.
Yeah, basically told us what we already knew. Tonight's show would be huge, and Triple H would take on the Legacy in a 2-on-1 handicap match, which was announced on Raw the week before. The Miz's music hit, and he came down. He demanded yet another match with John Cena tonight. That brought out John Cena. And they went back and
Piven
forth.
was calling him Lame Is, by the way. That was his first
Lame Is, yeah.
Goofy name jokes that he did. He did a lot of that.
Lame Is, and then what was it? Charo for
Charo. There was Horn Swabble or Horn something.
Mark Swoggle. Mark Swoggle with Mark Henry.
Yeah, Mark Swoggle too. There was a bunch of them.
Yeah, but
Summerfest.
Summerfest.
Oh God,
that was horrible.
I almost took a big greasy shit in my pants when he said that. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. I was like, wow, the one thing. I was like, he remembered Lumberjack match, but he forgot SummerSlam. You idiot! You moron! Of all the things to forget, the one word you're going to forget is the pay-per-view you're trying to promote.
No, it's not even that. But if you're a wrestling fan, okay, if you're an actual wrestling fan and you follow the product,
which he claimed to be, by the way.
You know WrestleMania and SummerSlam as your time.
Probably
the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble as well as maybe Survivor Series as well. You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah.
But you know, I mean, come on. SummerFest, SummerSlam, I mean, you're obviously not a fan of the product if you, you know, it obviously hasn't been watching in recent weeks with all the plugs. You know, and that's another thing. You would think that when they contact you, and depending, I mean, Jeremy Piven knew, I mean, they had promoted him when they were promoting Shaq. You know, it was in the same press release. So he knew he was going to be there the following week. How about checking out last week's show? How about you know what I mean? At least check out a replay.
The thing is, I'm sure he did. And even if he didn't, he's a professional actor who got a little bullet point before he went out there.
Right.
You know,
right.
Tease the crowd, get into it with Miz and have name-calling stuff, but remember SummerSlam, and remember you're making a match that's called a lumberjack match tonight, and if Miz loses, this happens and this happens. That's all you got, and we'll send Cena out just in case you forget. Holy crap, he forgot SummerSlam, but this is a good idea in the chat room. In the chat room here, Chaos 48 says, Summerfest is the fan thing before SummerSlam, which I don't think it is, but don't they have a fan access for SummerSlam this year? That's what they should call it. You know, they've already got promotion for it now.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to call it Summerfest.
I know. I'm just saying it would be smart. They would have their first plug already out of the way from Jeremy Piven.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And the thing about it, like you said, man, the thing about it is he's an actor who gets full movie
scripts. A big name actor, yeah.
Who memorizes full movie scripts and goes out there and, like you said, can't hit 2 bullet points, SummerSlam and lumberjack match. You know what I mean, with the stipulations. But, oh man. But this led to them setting up that lumberjack match, and basically, what was it?
One other note before I forget. I'm sorry, cutting you off again, but
cool.
The other thing. He's a professional actor who got just a few bullet points to go out there, and he couldn't remember SummerSlam, the main one, right? Now,
right.
WWE scripts pro wrestlers' interviews and promos, too, and they're not professional actors, and they're expected to remember a whole lot more, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
And you've heard a lot of people say that, why are they writing their promos and scripts again? The best promos in history were Stone Cold and The Rock when they were just out there being themselves and having fun. They weren't told exactly what to say, you know. Jeremy Piven should be proof, if nothing else, that, you know, you either got very, very bad writers or just you can't expect that much from guys at a live show. You know, let them go out and just talk. You know, build the match you're in, but don't tell them to say this line, say this joke. You know, come on.
You remember? I mean, just last week they had the video from YouTube.com with the birthday party. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of that stuff. I mean, none of that was scripted. And look how well it came across on you. And nobody got to see it. You know what I mean?
Look at the reaction it got. That was like, and last week's was the Shaq Raw, which is considered, from what I've read, feedback-wise, the best one with the guest host so far. Some people say him, some people say $1 Million Man, but last week's show was one with Shaq with all the big show stuff. There was a lot of stuff to talk about. The most talked about thing last week was what happened that nobody saw on TV, the Triple H thing, because it was real and it was, you know, them being themselves and having fun.
I'll tell you what, man, a lot of that stuff. I mean, you can clearly see the scripted promos, especially with the bad WWE. I mean, the talent. I mean, guys that you know, like I'm going to give Matt Hardy as an example. You know what I mean? Where he goes out there, or if he cuts a backstage promo. And you can just clearly see that everything he's saying is scripted word for word, almost sentence for sentence.
Yeah, well, there's certain people they try and force a personality on that just it's the complete opposite of their personality, but they make them try and do it anyway.
Right.
Instead of just like catering to what they actually can do and then working from, you know, within that, instead of saying, no, I know you're a laid back guy, but you got to go out and be the energetic guy. Like, I'm laid back. I can't fake energy. I've either got it or I don't.
I know, that's, you know what, and I guess that's why me and you aren't actors, you know what I mean? Because we wouldn't make it. But, I mean, it's just, some people have it and some people don't have it. And the people that have it, the people that can go out there and deliver their improv, you know what I mean? Deliver things that are just given bullet points, go out there and hit them, but cut your own promo. Hit the bullet points, but cut your own promo, not something that's word for word scripted by a creative team, you know what I mean? So
it could.
I don't know. We this opening segment led us to our main event, which was John Cena versus The Miz again, and if The Miz lost,
what kind of match?
If The Miz lost a lumberjack match. If The Miz lost, he would be banned from Raw and the Summerfest pay-per-view.
He screwed that up too. I forget how, but he said something like, or how we'll do you one better. If you lose, you're banned from WWE Raw this week or something. He didn't make it